Nate. And you see this big giant statue next to what called the Matrix building. All the windows are emerald green. That's pretty hot, man. I think it's like official. This is federal territory, of course. That's the police headquarters of New York City. You can see the mixed flag, state American flag, and then the police flag. So here, people just go in, and it's great. I'm on my way out, actually. I'm gonna say hi to St. Andrew's Church, over this way. So anyway, you might notice something. It's just like, sometimes things are noticeable. And then it's just like a social experiment. I'm harmless. I want all of you to know I'm harmless. Why did somebody like my goal of 9 minutes and 11 seconds of unimpeded thing is gone? As usual, it's predictable. So anyway, I'm going to that, there's going to be a clash of Venezuelans and then supposedly paid agitators from the liberal Democrats or something. I'm just going to go on the side that seems less sure, Part of this is like assertively setting up something. I'm trying to increase my window of opportunity. So I think this is the municipal criminal court summons in operations. If you've never been to New York, there's a lot of Latin. I can't really see, but those are angels or archangels. Beati quiambulant in lege Domini. Domini means Lord, or so they say. You are able to talk since you're ruining this, but it's fine. And also, birds of all New York. A pigeon, look. That's St. Andrew. Now, they say all of these things are designed to mock Catholicism and the sacrifice of our Lord Jesus Christ. Just like X-rated. But I do enjoy the emerald green symbolism. Everything is like evergreen and stuff. Sometimes there's yellow, other things red. The moss is green too. But, I'm grateful for the first, whoever liked my stream. Thank you. That's the 26th Federal Building. And past that, I know the way's the back door. Really going to be a and then somebody actually, I don't know, I could write something, but wouldn't make sense. So I'm listening to the clamor. Of course, this is like the first week or a month of Mayor Mamdani. And people are expecting fires and stuff. I don't. Maybe underground fires, but there's a lot of news here. News people. These are just relays. You're just walking around. All we're doing is walking around. Cool. This is the African Heritage Memorial. They were digging for a building and then they found all these African skulls or bodies, cadavers, So it was like, now they're going to turn it into heritage. They changed the plans. Very, very many people are oppressed. CBS is represented. CNN maybe. Fox News. Who knows? I'm doing this for Fiesta in America. We are an all-new advertising or news thing. Very small scale. There's only me. And so, most times you want to document the beginnings of something that could be an institution. Or how it ended. Oh, Montana. I used to live in Montana. Oh, that's the thing. I thought it would be over there somewhere, but this is the criminal courthouse. There's not much people there. CBS News on silent, Make sure you get New York press plates. I don't have them. I don't even have a cool one like this. But as a pedestrian, I have to be careful also. Pedestrians do become casualties. Shares the letter T or something. And then there's a dog park. Look at the guy. Look at the doggy. He enjoys sticks. I like this part of the job. You know, nothing's better than having a pet and an owner. And look at the dog. He just loves playing fetch. You's a good doggy. Who's the best doggy of all time? Fetch, fetch, fetch. My stick. Brrr. My stick. That's my stick. Give me my stick. I love this part. You can release the stick. Oh well. So I don't know. I'm gonna cut across this way. I've never seen a happier dog. You know, like if I started gnawing on a dog or a stick. Hey birds. Who's the best doggy? Who's the best? He loves his stick. Look at that guy love his stick. So usually I go through the back. Nothing's more peaceful than, is that a good stick? Yes, it is. Is that the best stick? Yeah. Yes, it is. It's good. Like 6 minutes and 3 seconds and nothing. Other than, okay. So anyway, the civil court is that way. That's criminal, I think. You know. Who is this lady? Sakatawa? Hi. Or is man? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You look like a lady. Abraham de Peister. You got a sword out there and everything. You got the leather boots. Remember Earl Beaumont, comptroller. Alderman. Well, hot diggity damn. I want your blessing. That's all I want. Thank you. Hey, bird. I should really have my Ritz crackers. Ooh, the cutest birds. I can't help myself. I love all pets, even service pets. Obviously, they're not blocking it. Joker car, good news. So maybe I can be punchline or something. Usually I self-carry a Joker, but if somebody feels like they're Joker, and then they're using the Queen of Diamonds or Spades, and then the Six of Spades, what does that mean? Avenue of the Strongest. Oh, Worth Street. That's for the garbage people. Hell yes. What I really am missing is... all I know is I rely heavily on those, with the technology, long-range scanners from the Navy or something. There's a park here, so you can go through the park on Park's business. But I've learned not to go up against like barricades and stuff like that. Street. Look at that. It's a C, but still. I'm just curious, that's all. I didn't know there was a Catherine Street on Lafayette. Where's Nathaniel? There's a real bias toward girl names. She has her own alley. Fucking boo, man. Usually there's a lot of, vendors and stuff. It's a big old hide-and-seek game. So obviously there's no protest, I don't think. Is there? Usually that would be full. I just like to circle around, And parks make sure. Collect Pond Park. This is a very quiet, peaceful day. Other than the capture of Maduro, but is it really him even? Who knows? You're not gonna know it's real. Who's the cutest doggy of all time? Hello. You gotta compliment people. They used to do something. So obviously it's not here. There used to be a pond. I have some rice. There is good rice. Never say I didn't feed you. I should have brought my Ritz crackers, but I love it. I fucking love it. Hey, man. So, obviously not. I'm just, so it's a criminal facility. That is the people in CBS who can't be stupid. That's okay. I'm gonna make WMC news. Watch me fly. How is that? Is that healthy? Looks like a pear. Is that a pear? Looks like a chestnut. How is that? Is that peach or a pear? Oh, right. I forgot I was live streaming. This is the Louis J. Lefkowitz. I just came from the civil side, so I guess it's a war criminal thing. I just keep talking and I forget the camera is there. That's called immersion. It's like Raptor Johnny's playing a game. I don't want to read all the dialogue. I want action. So you get to see, obviously. And then he's a big deal. So I'm expecting like real Venezuelans to be like, you guys aren't real. You'll find out how real people are when they bring you down. But this is a full battalion. And then CBS, Channel 7 News. Eyewitness News is here. You can tell by the 7. And I'm looking around for like the Venezuelan protesters. They should be here. But they don't show up. I don't know. It's a big thing. It's an absolutely huge deal. It's all over X, all the news. CBS, Eyewitness News, WPIX. This is New York. People should congregate and do social activism. But when I'm talking with Joe Smith, I practice with inappropriate racism. And then I practice also with inappropriate activism. And I'm looking usually if there's a protest, you gotta listen. Like wah 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 wah. I don't hear that yet. You'll know when you're in the middle of a protest. Everything becomes rhyme and meter. This is also the wedding garden. If you ever get married. A lot of you may be from the Middle East. I don't know. Never been to New York. Never will go to this so-called mystery Babylon. But I live here. It's not like, a graveyard. If you're in a graveyard and the ghosts are like, woo, and you're not scared, well then, that'll be like $5. Then you'll be scared. I'm not paying $5 to be scared, People are very, oh, there it is. You can hear it. I told you. Whenever there's a protest, there's always one really loud voice. And then agitators and all that, saboteurs, and battalions, entire battalions. So I'm just looking, right? See, these are the sides. Usually a street is great for a divide. You can see that they're the highly armed, highly trained, internal native police protection. And then there's like people from outside. They don't live here. Or if they live here, they don't like living here. Which I'm confused if I have to be here for work. I have to be here because the county. That's him. If you ever need to, look at these hubba hubba. I don't know if I've ever been into that, but I have never seen these statues. You see those two statues? They're fucking great. And apparently open to all. It's not closed. So anyway, these are the news stuff. I'm just a guy on the street, and there seems to be a huge presence of people. You know, it's insanely packed. You got high-level lieutenants here. The deputy. Here's the bad news. Has you gotta listen to the directives so you can obey them all. NYPD legal is here. The press is here. I'm just a guy. And then everybody is like relaxed. I'm harmless. There's no possible way. There's somebody on top. Don't get hurt, miss. Like climb up high, but don't get hurt. So I'm not alone here. There's people wearing Venezuela flags and all that. Also, I can get a drink. Sometimes they have a coffee table set up, like in a major emergency, and you can scam free coffee. I don't know if I can scam free coffee for these guys. No matter how charming you are, they're like, nah, we're good. You're not on our payroll. That's fine. But if there's free coffee anywhere at all, I'm going to try to scam it. You never know how good. I haven't had my coffee yet. So, most times it's at baseline. Like some people, jaywalkers will just always jaywalk. Uh-huh. And, you can't read all the dialogue. I'll just tell you the vibe. The vibe is peaceful. There's flow, like an electric circuit. And current goes in, current goes out, outrage, etc., etc. It's fine. It's a healthy expression of American democracy, let's say that. But there's also elements of a republic. This is worth the 5 points. If you've ever watched, like Gangs in New York. And then I like to capture, like, the police helping people, like what's going on. You can see the interaction. A lot of times they don't know what's going on because you don't know. The world and the future hangs upon this moment. And I think... Oh God, that's just a pun, really terrible pun. NYP Diddy. I didn't even want to laugh at that one, but that's hilarious. I don't know how all these people don't burst out laughing. They must be trained Hollywood actors. I'm the only one like, oh my God, the pun is terrible. It's terrible. Absolutely horrible. This is deadly serious for a lot of people. And you can see somebody filming, and then it's like a very handsome, personable man, a 3-point stance, ready for anything that could go on. And then the cameraman, he's taller, right? So he has to go shift down so that the camera is level. Like, I'm learning a lot about production. B&H photo video is very close. That's a good camera angle. I don't know what he's seeing, but I trust that he's photographer enough to get like that $1 billion shot. I mean, a lot of us have just regular iPhones, but that guy. And then, like, the Venezuelans are now, so, I'm just going to go in there because I need to hear what they're saying. I just want to record. Yep. I saw this on X. I can't miss this one.
Why you don't go and work? What are you doing here? Boricua Venezolana, but no Venezuela, not 100% Venezuela.
And well handled. What? Oh, is the deputy chief deputy? He's here. He handles stuff so good. I'm gonna tell you. The humor is employed here, but this is deadly serious for a lot. No, you gotta respect that thing, whatever you have in the shoulder. I'll back up. But, I'm glad legal is here because they have jokes. They have one of the like, greatest ones. I'm here to just actually catalog the jokes, not just the birds. And then you have to cover their side, and you can see that.
President stands for is in alignment with everything that Marx, Lenin, and Mao stood for.
I mean, I'm nodding, but oh damn!
To die for their land because the conditions that they're experiencing as a result of years of U.S. destabilization of the land. They're doing this because of their material reality.
So I guess I'm here on this side. I could go on the other side. I don't know. White House has announced that the new coronavirus came from the P4 laboratory in Wuhan, China. The Chinese Communist Party must compensate the more than 10 million innocent people who died from the new coronavirus around the world, and as well as those who have sequelae from the new coronavirus. No devil in human history can escape after doing evil, and the Chinese Communist Party must pay the price for all. I would just put all there. All its evil. And I'll read all these signs free. Oh yeah, of course. You're doing great, Very handsome, sir. You gotta be in the middle. I want you in the middle.
That'll kill us all if we don't do something now.
Oh. I remember, you're the star. Oh, there's that smile. There's that smile.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of people forget that sometimes, if this is a movie, you're not going to go for the bad movie. You got to go big budget. Like somebody, some people know their role. Like, hey, it's like parting the Red Sea. Others have to be trained, like me. I'm just here for training, man. Not free. I mean, there's a price to all this. Oh, look, I love hugs. Hugs always, it's just, yeah, see how happy they are to be here. This is the American dream.
We're just three friends who love each other.
Oh, yes, I can feel it.
How many views you have?
I have 2 viewers who don't know what's going on.
Hey, what's up, viewers?
What up, gang?
Yes. How handsome are they? Ladies.
Who's the most handsome?
I'm
Not middle, right? It's
all
definitely-
3 are handsome. I'm going to be fatherly like an uncle.
Nice.
Just easy on all the ladies, share. There are some. I mean, if you're in Hottie Watch, there are often. Like, you guys gotta look. And it's not even skirmishers. It's just like people who wander in. I'm gonna have a great time in New York. It's 2026. Yeah. There's always a later tonight thing. This is the people who hug bomb or whatever. I mean, you can be angry all day, but Ooh, I have to do this. I'm gonna cover this part.
No. It's why do they want to go and build hotels? Because it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. And now that there's a different government,
Trump puppet, man. I swear.
now that it's
There
a
he
different
goes.
government, you're going to be able to go
I'm on
there
the low.
and spend time. And there are going to be restaurants. People are going to
I'm
be
on
having
the
Dominican
story.
Republic is next.
walking around.
We all about to be next to get done up too.
I'm just saying it's a better alternative for U.S. to have the oil than China and Russia and Cuba. For
Reactions.
I really know none of them.
This is the best reaction. He's like, I don't believe this. Not a single word.
Like, you know what it is? At the end of the day, at the end of the day, people have the right to feel, be sovereign in their nation.
Yes, sir.
Venezuelans have the right to, express their sovereignty and express their patriotism. And as an American, we don't have the right to tell them that they shouldn't feel happy on a day like this. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know the history behind
This is a
Maduro,
podcast. This is the man.
if you don't know the history behind Maduro, you can't tell them how to feel. You can't ostracize them for feeling how they feel. Instead, you should offer them support, and stand with them, until they're able to elect, somebody who they elect. You know what I mean?
You could be the next president.
If you ask me, what I would deem fit, the best possible solution is, now that Maduro is removed and now that the people, are happy, they should be able to elect an official, of their own. The Venezuelan people should be able to come together, and there should be, an election where they can put, an elected official in that represents them, and then we should remove our influence from the region.
There you go.
That,
Smoothly done.
anytime that you have foreign influence in any country, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yes. And for all people, that's how you do public speaking. You own this space. That's your space. Nobody's invading it.
No, because in the world, unfortunately, I like to be realistic, and I like to, be real. I like to be real, and I like to go by the facts. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, the thing is, the only way that you're gonna progress in this world is through, intellectual discourse and positive dialogue. You understand what I'm saying? And to have intellectual discourse and positive dialogue, it's not always an easy thing. But if you're able to understand, how can you put yourself in somebody else's shoes to understand their point of view? That'll make the conversation go a lot smoother all the time.
You hear that, guys? Don't stay at home. Be out here. Stand up for something, even if they're scared. This man ain't scared. He's standing.
Listen, we outside because we're
He's
human
a tree
beings,
like now.
We're human
These
beings.
trees? He is a tree. I'll read all this too. Sorry. 12 warships and brother, thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
A pleasure. 12 warships and an aircraft carrier for over a dozen fighter jets are blocking oil. IM exports that support 90% of Venezuela's economy. Now, all words of this message are very important, so I'm going to turn it, and you can screenshot this. He represents a whole lot of interest, but I really, sometimes you have to remain private. This is the other side for people with attention spans of a goldfish. No somos base militar. I think that's Spanish or Venezuelan. I'll try to do it. No somos base militar. You got to roll the R's. Stop bombing all these countries: Iran, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Palestine, Venezuela, Lebanon, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Stop exploiting Sudan, Libya, sorry. That one. Congo, halt. Stop Trump. Which Trump? But, check one. Maybe Ivanka. Okay. So I think that we can cut that, and that's good. Perfect. How are you doing? Anyway, I'm just going to go invisible again. I'm harmless. Wow, she's pretty. Look. You got a compliment, I mean, there are people who would just straight up, and it's I know of people, He has the most braid on his hat. It's like an uncle to me.
Brother, would you be able to spare me a cigarette?
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much.
I know. They should have cigarette vendors here, or
I just need one.
no,
Oh,
two.
thank you, brother. I appreciate
One for that, and then you really pour out your heart out. I only have 3 viewers, but those 3 will feel the emotion,
Absolutely,
and they'll tell other people. They're so stunned they're not even chatting.
The fact that you're out here documenting,
Yeah.
and that you're able to, provide a platform for
Happy New
everybody.
Year. How about a happy?
Likewise, brother. But the fact that you're able to provide a platform for everybody to speak,
Yeah.
that says a lot about your character, and I appreciate that, brother.
I've been silenced a lot, so when I have a chance, it's hey,
that's what
you
it's about.
should be the star, because a lot of people, they have microphones but when you just have presence. When you have, that's all you got, your integrity.
Because it's I came into activism when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
I was when I was young.
It's a family tradition
And
or something.
I had went to school for journalism and communications, and around the time that I was going to school, I had just enrolled in college. My major was communications with a minor.
Communications. Archangel Gabriel bless you.
With a minor in political science, and the reason why I set it up that way is because I said, in the field of communications, you're not going to be able to,
This is behind the
everybody,
interview.
You know what I'm saying?
Behind the
but
talent.
But if I major in communications and I have a minor in political science, then I'll be able to know how to cater to all different groups of people.
Don't cater.
You know
You
what I'm
mastered that. You
know
got
what I
a
mean?
challenge. It's he's really good to interview, by the way.
Yeah.
Very fair, man.
Yeah, he's fair, but he's fairly by the
I mean,
books.
there's a bias, but still,
Yeah, but he tries to be by the books as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I try to just be as optimistic as possible when it comes to these matters. You know what I mean?
Cool. Thank you for being so candid. A lot of people freeze up. I freeze up. Hey, let me light you up. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
And you do this without a sign. You are the sign. Like the free fall, improvise. You just react. There are ways I'm learning from the law enforcement how they stand their ground.
Right.
Of course, they have the superior force, but if you stand in the truth, you're fine. They see you as one of them. You're just on the wrong side, according to them.
Right.
see themselves in you. It's like if I had nothing, I'd still fight.
Right. All right, man. Have a
I
good one. I
do-
appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you for the smile. It's like a gift. So anyway, this is very well handled. If I could give a grade higher than 93 out of 100, I would. Unfortunately, I'm grading on a curve, and like everybody's pretty much augmenting the commerce of America. Make Venezuela de ping. A lot of this is agitation, but not really. You'll see agitation if you go to the dark corners of the internet. That's agitation. So, but here in New York in 2026, you know, they're just waiting. What do you think? Like Maduro's gonna slap me in front of all these people? Let's wait. Maybe he escaped. Maybe that's Maduro. Bye, Mr. Maduro. I just like to speculate. And of course, there are very many popular and well funded. And I'm well funded in the way that the Bible is well funded. You know, I get to see statues like that. I get to stay far away from central command. You know, I'm not tackled to the ground. I just go. But like the people who are most vocal, and sometimes like again, there's a lust factor in here, right? So like if you had 15 minutes with me, I would talk to you about Jesus Christ for like 15 minutes. After that, after all that, if that's your limit, that's like the official time. You know, there's some like law enforcement that if I zoomed into a certain part, you'd be happy, and that nah. How old are you? Like 12? Finish your education. Make your choice. Sometimes it's going to be activism, but hopefully a lot of it's going to be law enforcement. Because you gotta de-escalate. And even if you wear the keffiyeh, just the hugs. I love the fucking hugs, man. I can't stop recording hugs. It's impossible. It's just like the sense of community and like seeing this before and seeing it again.
Why can we trade with China but Venezuela can't? Why can we trade with China but Venezuela can't? Think about how we're saying
I don't want to be in the shot.
Why can we trade with China but Venezuela can't?
I'm sorry. I recorded that. That was funny. Anti something. Pick a lane. I'm anti. Oh my God! How dare you, sir? They're fucking delicious. Oh, all right. Hey. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's like it's his own HBO comedy coming up. Harmless. Like these are really big, high-level concepts that you guys might not catch. This is high-level debate. Think like Ben Shapiro versus Jon Stewart, right? I'm just gonna do this off my head. So the scenario is the guy in the green pants is Jon Stewart, and the guy in the red keffiyeh is Ben Shapiro. You see how John just like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Are you done like that? I heard you're a motor mouth, Ben Shapiro. So you guys are agreeing. See, de-escalated. You just bring star power into it, and it's like, let's get some lunch. That's Jon Stewart. He's just like pizza folds. Pizza doesn't fold. You're not in New York. You like that. Yeah, I'll tell you all, I'm on the pizza fold side, the New York side. I've been here for longer than 6 months. You know? Once you taste the pizza here and stay here for 6 months, you're New Yorker. That's my ruling, if I had any power at all. You love New York so much, you eat 6 months of pizza, we love you back. No judgment. It's $1 pizza if you can afford it. You go to Joe's if you can afford like $900 pizzas. That's fine. Just stay here and make America great again. A lot of times you can overlook. Eh. Most times I just record myself, actually. You know? Sorry po. Some people don't like smokers. You gotta like understand, you know. If all the smokers died, you'd have more parking spaces. This is guaranteed. However, this is very addictive. When you see high stress situations like this and you're covering it, mm, thank God for cigarettes. That's the one thing this reality got right. The ability to buy cigarettes, irrespective of creed, religion, or color. You can go to a bodega here, $20, that's a fucking ripoff. If they did tariffs on cigarettes, I would riot. I would flip that car. It's like, I'm not paying $40 a pack. I would physically lift that car. I don't care. I'm so angry. I'm lucky we're not at that point. They know, the powers that be, the Illuminati, the elite. If they made cigarettes $40 a pack tomorrow, I will not be the only one burning stuff. You know? I smoke Newports, man. I love this shit. So don't do that. Keep cigarettes at 20. It's getting escalated. Oh boy. So that's Ben Shapiro kicking back. Took him 10 minutes to get comfortable in that man's body. Oh, he's comfy.
It needs to be used for the people. Look how they live there.
So far, it's respectful. Once there's crowding, like knees are touching, I don't know. I estimate it's about 3 feet apart. They're keeping their knees holstered. When you're really upset, knees go out. I'll tell you now. Hands are fine, you can block them. Knees, though, that's a commitment. It can go around the block. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. But all I know is we have pizza over there. We can argue inside where it's nice and warm instead of cold. And it's never going to be a ivory tower intellectual. They're bringing it to the streets. If I had a pizza, actually, I'd put it right there and see who gets the first slice. And then that would illustrate how the U.S. is taking all of it. Good thing I'm invisible, harmless, and a non-factor. I'm not very significant. I just document. And don't hope that the N-word is going to be said. Nah, no. These are high-level debaters, you know? Like, you can tell 4.0, very credited, just on different sides. That's there are no good guys, only evil guys on different sides. So the one who loses is automatically the good guy. So you never lose. Never lose. You can never lose. Otherwise, you're out of the bad guy club. I don't want to impugn, I'm just here in the background. And also have this. This says a lot more. Just like a press pass, or then suspenders. That means he's serious about his job. Sometimes the photographers also get featured. You know, they deserve accolades. I've Ad Week, all these things, advertising age. You want to be the featured guy. Even if you're invisible, the featured invisible guy. Look, they haven't changed positions in 10 minutes. That's stand your ground. No escalated violence, nothing. Just raising awareness, observations. Respectful. Maybe I should change it. Let's say Ariana Grande and Beyonce. Didn't work. I think Jon Stewart's really comfortable and Ben Shapiro, they're friends, you know? Who knew? They're like best friends in real life. They just diverge at some point. I've had best friends. It's we're not best friends anymore. I've been in Brooklyn. You should see the late 3 a.m. discussions about gentrification. They made this like a private powwow, VIP table. Oh, I know. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Hope nobody.
That's all true. up to trial and whatever.
And he's
Should
not
we just
guilty.
right? Can we let another?
I just want to let all of you know it's a VIC stable.
Not to eat.
And what I did was a little bit of clarification. Now that I increased the stakes, this is the VIP table, but also the VIP stable. This is the year of the horse. Horses kick. For two horses to argue about carrots or something and not kick each other, that's a big win. Somebody named. Yeah. Uh-oh. Benny's amping it up. He's got me nodding. There's times when you remain in neutral, like unimpressed, like, yeah, all that. But once you get the crowd nodding, like I'm looking around, oh, there's the happy guys. These are the marauders. Get in the front, boys. Ladies, keep it in your pants. They're just too handsome for words. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just these three. It's like, what kind of mischief can we do? There's gotta be some. I'm recording this.
Can't ask me why the economy's failing. Now you're saying we don't
And
want
see, the secondary is what makes it. It's like, who's winning? I think the guy with the red hat is winning. Like, let's play some bets. I feel like Uncle Donald around the Huey, Louie, and Dewey, and it's like, I know they're gonna cause trouble. I'm here to do it. Not really trouble, but mischief. Just like, I could tell before, like, the group hug, let's do it. I'm safely in Uncle Donald mode. She is pretty. Look at that. How about three boys? You can fit in your limousine. Oh, this is a big guy right here. See, there's always a balance. Like three mischievous boys and a lady. Boys behave. I just observe. I'm harmless. Absolutely. And that the cackling. The cackling is just. It escalates without even escalating. You just cackle. I like to narrate this. And there's my counterpart is very serious. Hi, Catherine. Yeah. But she's wearing the emerald green case. So these guys photobombing. My face is gonna be so red. It's like, hi, which way to the bowling alley? Does Venezuela have bowling alleys? You can tell all the questions they're trying to come out of their face. When I was younger, I would do this. It's like, what if I tickle him? What if I grab his butt? I'm gonna go over there. I can't be up in their thing. I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm the worst at this. I'm the literal worst at this. I should feed the birds or something. Oh God. So now I'm doing this side, which is actually much nicer.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
It's much more. So this is the Venezuelans, the real Venezuelan side, the ones who can speak. So I don't really know why I'm here. I'm just trying to find a deli. Oh, and you see the world's smallest, cutest dog. Oh my God, so cute, so cute, so cute. Ah, he's in a puffy jacket. Look at that. Look at that. He's a toy poodle. Look at it, so cute. Oh my God. It's just taking little steps like a toy. He's real, right? Isn't that a robot? Oh my goodness. I might be over the top with my reactions, but honestly, if you saw that online, it's like, I want one. Dictator, yes. And you can really learn Venezuelan here. Don't claim you're Venezuelan, learn. Be a student of the Venezuelan language. There's so many Filipino. I'm just here. Like, who's winning? Leadership Venezuelan, support Venezuelan. Somebody who's the center. You see this? This is like, you see that? It's just like a joke landed, just like the comedy seller. Boom. And then he's got like, it's not just verbal, it's also the things. So, you occupy space, and then challenger appears right there. I do mostly body language and dynamics and stuff. This is great. And I just record myself. And I'm learning, like, hey, Tom, you want to see like a real Venezuela thing? Like, everything's so calm. There's no bicyclists or like, people fixing bikes, but how you been? You know? I've been thinking about Capo because I lost two cats, Oreo and Pantera, and it just kills me. And also, Crady lost his cat, basically. So, as you can see in New York, there aren't too many stray cats around here. I hope you've been good. People were saying like your removal from the bus was the least like splashiest, which is good. You're like basically a ninja. Ninjutsu is about leaving and nobody cares. Oh no, one less ninja. That's what I said, I just relaying what I heard. If this is gossip or sabotage. So, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be deadly serious here, but the camaraderie in this community is like, it's a very physical thing. It's like, oh, Maduro died. Condolences? People would just hit each other. I can't keep it together, man. You see the professionals that are doing interviews? It's like, this is about. They don't break. These are the unbreakable people. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, look, the smiles. There you go. Boom, boom. The hugs will come later. Maybe smoochies. I'm trying to scam a hot chocolate or something. There's usually a table. Even though I'm not going to get any hot chocolate, I want to try. Hi, thank you for the smile. Very pretty. It's a very serious subject, of course. The Venezuelan people have been under a really stressful area, but even then, the community is resilient. If you can't smile at things, then, we might as well be a robot. Same thing with you. I mean, this applies to you. Even though Capo is gone, I made a shrine to him and everything. Boredom is probably a signature of your cat. If it gets boring, it's like, pay more attention to me. I might be dead, but I'm still present. You understand, Tom? I mean, you're older than me, but just like Jesus, he would yell at the Pharisees. You guys did all this before me. I'm just clarifying some stuff. And if there are any busters here, why did you force Tom out? I knew it. I'm stressing my area, pal. Yeah? See this? But, like, I don't know how to speak Venezuelan because Venezuelan is a culture. Okay? There's the base Spanish language, but the dialect is, like, different. It's like, do you speak Indian? Oh, yes, I do speak Indian. Of course you don't speak Indian. Indian is a culture. He's not coming back. You guys were jerks. Tom was the Maduro of this. Instead of getting, like, taken out, his cat saved him, like Trump. It became so boring that his cat, Capo, flooded the area with boredom, pay more attention to me. He's not coming back. Like, Maduro has a better chance of slapping me than Tom coming back. Even if you beg him. See? He's good. He's practically a New Yorker. Hey, come back to Montana. Nah, I'm good. There are some hotties here. Like, you should really go out more and go to activism places. If you're really looking for... It's like, you thought the Japanese cornered the market on kawaii. It's like some Spanish is actually like rao. If you don't know how to do that, you don't have a cat. Yeah? See? And here you can hear like maricon. That means like brother, basically. Because everybody does. It means like puta de mierda maricon, but like friendly. You know what I mean? I was on the other side with they were like, stop invading. This was like start. This is the start invading side. If you're in for warfare, the Venezuelans are ready. Put us in, choch. You know, they might fight aliens at this point. Like, come on. You ever see a Venezuelan punch an alien? Puta mierda, maracu. Just like Starship Troopers. You fucking bug. It's the same. Like, it says thank you, President. Yeah, they're very thankful. But a lot of this is dopamine. Who's the next target? I don't know. He has such fans now. Look at this man. Proper gloves and everything. Compare me to him. Oh God. He's got a professional BH and a camera. He's very well dressed. See how peaceful? I like him. He's very likable, personable. He's like the anti-me. Look at that. And he's young. Yeah, JK kind of looks like him if he lost weight. I think JK is him. Like, I'm looking at a guy who looks exactly like Johnny Depp. I swear to God. Like this guy. If you see him in the face, maybe it's Johnny Depp in disguise. Hey, Johnny. There's no nudes here. Stop asking. I know you didn't ask, but I like to insert my dialogue to the thing. Guys, come on. Stop asking for all their nudes. I know they're attractive, but still. You perverts. Jesus. Degenerates. I don't know. I haven't even seen Johnny's tattoos at all. Not a single tattoo. So anyway, I think there's a lot of like high-level executives here from Venezuela. Normally I'd give out my business card, come to Fiesta in America, we'll welcome all of you, but they're doing their own fiesta outside. So I don't know. Fiesta. I should have brought my flag. But there's a lot of this. Like, they wear the flag. It's like, come and take the flag. It's not your flag. The group picture coming up. All the I think he's like a very high-level executive. And I've been to these meet and greets with the Filipinos and stuff. All the community pillars gather around. The thing is, like, if you're an infiltrator, quote unquote, be harmless. Somebody will always say it. You be the quiet one, and then they be. He gets paid for that. He gets paid to wear a suit all day and say "Viva Venezuela." And there's also a Secret Service, but it's relaxed, He looks like dead ass Johnny Depp, man. You look like Johnny Depp, I tell you. Part of this is like, I talked with a lot of Muslims, and some of them, like from Yemen, you're gonna hear a lot of Viva. Viva means long live, or all hail for a certain group. Even if you don't. Remember, you were tripping bad or something? It's me, Gizmo. This is all a dream. You can smile in a dream. That doesn't cost you nothing. You can frown and break stuff, or you can just smile. A smile is limited here. You're not biting people. You're just like, I want to bite people. I could bite this, but I'm not going to. Too many times. You got to transition from too many to not enough. That way you welcome the power surge and you know what to do with it. You know what I mean? If you drive your car and it's just like, well, I'm driving. Sir, you have to turn the engine on. Then it's moving and you have to control it. When it's parked in your driveway, you're not really controlling nothing. You're just moving the wheels left and right. How much you do? Do you bite cocks? Because we'll put a warning, like in your cage. Jizz mode bites cocks. So this should be enough footage at least. And it's not like me capturing footage, but rather being seen here. I highly endorse, like, basically everybody here. Like, the presence and the safety is guaranteed by all these cameras and all these people. Thank you. I wish all things were like this, but sadly, in a real wartime frame, there's bombs. Right now, we're not being bombed by anything. And these are a high level too. Like, they got their badge on their trench coat. You know what I mean? Like, high level detectives, or even, I don't know, policymakers, I'm gonna say. So I just focus on myself, but if you're a B&H photo video fan, I've seen this in B&H, and then they actually use it in the field, like how to set up the tripods and everything, the monitors, the lights, everything, and the smiles. Look at that smile. Professional. It's all professional here. Gorilla parts. I might get one of these. Like Channel 47, Press Pass. The birds are being covered for once. It's in a park. So, of course, the birds of all New York are here.
Really?
Oh, this is Mulberry Street. Oh, so I'm really near Mott Street. I can get some Chinese cakes. It's fucking delicious for $1 or $2 now. This is the True Light Lutheran Church, and I'm wandering away from the thing, but there are some places here that, like near Bowery. I'm gonna show you guys. If you're ever in New York, there's a 24-hour Chinese food place. Absolutely delicious. You usually go there like, it's like 2 o'clock. Where are we gonna go? You go to parties, but you always sometimes end up in Chinatown, and it's like, I'm hungry. This place is gonna be open. This is a funeral home, so I'm not supposed to. So it's just like a block away. City Hall is just like a block away. I've been in New York for over 20 years. I didn't even know this. Every time. It's like a block away. It's like you're crossing the border from, like, Canada to Mexico. And the United States is just really one big borderline. That's how it is. That was me spitting. Those are helicopters. So here, it's a little alley. You can see how we park. There's a right way to say ni hao. Ni hao. Graffiti. I mean, I just walked before the top brass of all the NYPD under. Baudette didn't quit. He didn't quit. I knew he wouldn't. He's the deputy chief, but I call him chief deputy. So anyway, our community is Asian. We learn how to park like this. You leave enough space for a car. Fuck this out, it's got metal guards. It's not gonna complain. So many people ask me to go to Chinatown. Like, what's so special about me going to Chinatown? This is the one. This is the It's beautiful. You can get your duck everywhere. But this is like a very hipster, or anybody hang out. Go to Hapki Kitchen. Open at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., you name it. There's a very steep handrail. And, but once you go in, it's very welcome. So I'm basically like, and there's a funeral home here. There's a church. This, Chinese people die too, The Transfiguration Church. Now, unless I'm sure it's a Catholic church, I'm not going to make the sign of the cross. But, oh, it is Catholic. Catholic parish. They don't have Latin Mass yet, but, So that's basically it. If you guys were looking to see me get pummeled, arrested, or whatever, better luck next time. I don't know. I've pretty much done all I can. This thing, I walked around with this thing all day for 2 hours. You know, if you watched previous things, like darker, if you're carrying it. Yeah, I recognize that's a dragon. You know, and here is basically like if you want to buy souvenirs, it's here. But I'm gonna. My favorite place is if you're ever in New York. Once you've seen all the sights, go to Chinatown. There's a little vendor here that's been here since the '80s. Basically, it used to be $1 when I was growing up. Now it's $2. Also, this Meilaiwa. People line up for like things. Get the big bun. You know that has chicken, pork, egg. Very very delicious. Also, in the 80s, 90s, this used to be like people would drive by shootings and dump all their cars in Jersey. But that was back then when I was going to high school. I'm glad I could just walk around, like in Godfather. It's like, oh, apples. Nom, nom, nom. Not like American Gangster is like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Denzel shoots somebody in the face. Just normal stuff. You're going to see the Africans too. Yeah, like the Africans have taken over Canal Street, the subway. I don't know why exactly, but this is Bayard. Please don't provide alcohol to teens. If this was Little Italy, you'd see the really big Italians, fat, but they love their pasta. So Manon, where the hell is it? I'm pretty sure once I get to the main street. Anyway, if you have any connections, I'm pretty sure I knew like at least their fathers because I'm 48 and I'm an uncle. So logically, all the Chinatown gangsters would be my nephews. Technically, since I know their fathers in some form. So that's why I keep calling myself Uncle Nate. I don't have kids who are gangsters. I heard Gizmo and Darren are gangsters. Like, there's nothing like this says Gizmote here. You'd have to make your own, like Gizmote. Joe is here. Frank, Stacy's mom, Jason, Catherine. But there's no Jizz. I feel bad about that. You gotta make your own. That's Duck. And this is basically the community center. It's like the embassy, only better. Is the Benevolent Association. If you watch too many kung fu movies or not enough kung fu movies, that's the one that they go in. Dun dun dun. You. I will fight all of you. That's the one. If you're really into that scenario, go try. You get your ass kicked probably. I don't know. They leave it open so that anybody who's watched too many kung fu movies is like, I know the shape of that. It's the Shaolin Temple, and a teacher must be inside. And then they see like ginseng and stuff. So after you get your ass kicked, you get herbal medicine. Like ow, ow. I fuck with the wrong guy. But it's there, like tourism, like the Eiffel Tower. Oh, I'm gonna put a lock on there because it's traditional. Here in Chinatown, New York, it's traditional, like in Hong Kong, to challenge. Me, I'm gonna challenge the food. Food doesn't fight back. This is good duck. And then you can hear like traditional Chinese music. If you're in that kung fu mood, just don't get your dragon tattoos here because you have to fight for them. Don't step on anything. Some of these are charms. Usually it's next to the chase, the dollar cakes. Bum, bum, bum. If you were guaranteed like explosions in an hour and 15 minutes, sorry to disappoint all of you. Just the word from God is no denied. Nothing but peace and joy for the new year. You know? Sorry. There's also Chinese New Year coming up in February. Be ready for that. If you can stay another 2 months, you know, if you guys have been watching my videos for like 6 months, you're probably New Yorkers by now, and that's life. You know, mommy's little meatball, daddy's little meatball. Yeah. So this is the area, but it's less crowded today. You know. There's also the Buddhist Association. If you want duck off the street, right off Canal Street, boom, right there, duck. Nothing but duck. If you want to invite MSG into your life, get some fucking duck, man. This is the TD Bank. If you want to get sunglasses for cheap, go for it. And there's the 7-Eleven right there. Everything here is great. It's beautiful. You gotta learn how to dodge bicyclists. If you do not know how to dodge bicyclists, stay away from New York. Practice at home. You know? Bicycles are a way of life here, you know, for a greener planet. But then you have to dodge them, which, you know, is less fun. And here I can claim wink, basically. 2030s. This is beautiful. One day you're gonna see Barron Trump walk over here. News Indian Station. So this seems to be less populated, I think, which is good. You know, it's very quiet for a 7-Eleven. Usually there's people like, you know, but because of the contractors area on the TD Bank, this and that, you know, and the beautiful sky. Look at this, man. That's the flag of Scotland. Blue field, white X's. I'm Scottish. Free Scotland. You know, like the discussion went from, you're not even Venezuelan, speak some. It's like, even if I don't, you know, I'm a journalist. And then everybody went back to like community thing. Whose birthday is it next year or next week? You know? And then it goes back to the shopping. Like, I want this and all of that plus 3. Me personally, all I want is like a thing. If you want to play chess with the I guess Africans, I don't see a chess thing because they're too busy. But you see that? Like father and daughter going somewhere, having a nice walk. That's what family is all about, the best. You know, I used to. Like when I saw my dad come back from America, I just jumped on him. I don't care how stupid I look. Hey, Don. Oh, you made it. You came in at 75. I see your local counterpart here, Florida man. On the way to work, I was walking, and then there were these construction guys just seated. And one of them looked like Chris Evans talking to the Avengers. And it's like, hey, guys, you know a story's going to be good when it starts with Florida man. I fucking lost it. I fucking lost it. I was just like, this is a deadly serious time. Maduro got arrested. This motherfucker, Captain America, just cracked wise. I couldn't stop laughing. Because it's true. Any story is immediately augmented by Florida man slaps a gator. Florida man captures escaped gator in 10 minutes. And it's like, I could believe that. I know Don. He bit a hurricane once. Maybe he won't know. And he's a judge. Imagine what the criminals in Florida around you are. Crazier. You're the sane one. That's the best joke of all time, man. They made you a judge. If there is a criminal element, it's like, well, who could put the fear of God in the law into us? Him. He'll do. Age requirement bypassed. Training bypassed. He just scares me. Just looking at him. Your girlfriend too, probably is just like, probably part of your fear is like, imagine what his girlfriend can do to all of us. It's like he's always like this. Please. Anyway, thanks for coming in. You added a much needed. Like sometimes you can just riff with one person. It's like, look at all this shit, man. They blew up a planet twice. Fucking morons. If you haven't read Mission Earth by L. Ron Hubbard, it's basically that. Two aliens from Voltar, General Heller, and Sol Tingris. One's a goody good, one's a criminal. What could possibly go wrong? It lasted 10 books. Yeah. It's like, like a bailiff talking to a judge. Oh boy, look at this docket. Florida man slaps another Florida man. The world still spins. You just escalated. You're the voice of sanity, because sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Then I remember I know somebody in the bus who bit a hurricane once. It's like, I'm not that crazy. Call me crazy all you like, but I know somebody worse. You're not exactly Batman. You're more like Penguin, I think. In the Legion of Doom, is like, guess what Lex did today? Oh, yeah, let's fucking discuss it. Hey, you want anything from 7-Eleven? Just, if it's far away. I can't really drink beer, but, maybe I'll buy a piece of bread to give to the pigeons. This is from your Uncle Don in Florida. A judge, If you're ever into bird law. Rah, rah. I know, seagull, but it's a fucked up. Your lawyer fucked you. Rah, rah, rah. I talk to seagulls now. They come back when I call. Yeah. I'm just hanging out here. Hi. Welcome. They never wave back. I wave at all these like bus tourists. They gotta live here for 6 months, and then it's like, yeah, I'm walking here. What's going on in Venezuela? It seems that the communists have fallen. I can do Jerry. Anyway, Judge, if I walked into your courtroom with this, what would you say? I walked through the Venezuela thing with the police court in NYPD. I saw Timothy Baudet, chief deputy. I saw the high-level detectives. I walked around all day with this, or an hour. In your courtroom, would you tolerate this? What's the deal with lax security? Time to be deadly serious. I don't really know how to be deadly serious, but whatever. I'll take it. Do you want a taquito? The roller grill items are good. Taquitos are like the literal best. This is where I usually go for the Starbucks. I haven't had one of these, but since you're in my chat, I will have one in your honor. And I'm gonna write chips, or maybe crack chicharrones. Yes. I wonder if the birds will like. I guess it ended. What's going on with Venezuela? Let's find out. Jerry. Anyway,